Doing well. Just thought to make a quick little video on how to use the new application on My Music Staff. First things first, we've been getting a lot of questions of we can't find My Music Staff on Apple or Google in terms of like the app stores and whatnot. It's not an app, a standalone app at the moment. You will have to access this either by Safari or by Google Chrome or whatever browser that you currently use, and then log in that way to see the portal and see the notes that will be provided by our teachers. So to keep you all in the loop, as soon as you log in, you'll see you come to this home page and you'll see in the top left here it'll say welcome back. Obviously we'll just put test because it's a test profile. It'll have a hours practice this week. We'll come to that in seconds. We have a little calendar section here and we've got a makeup credit. So in the event that we can't make a lesson or our student's unwell, we can assign makeup credits and assign a new day for a tuition. So if you're doing in-school tuition and say your lesson's normally on a Tuesday but the teacher can't make it, or there's inset day or whatever it is, we will then transfer this over to be like another day, like Thursday for example. Now on here you'll see on the left like recent notes and repertoire. This is for any new bits of feedback that you get from each lesson. So anytime you see, or anytime a student has a lesson, it will come up here in terms of like recent notes. Here's what's scheduled this week. This is your calendar of the upcoming lessons during the week and the recent news. If we release any news or events, whatever it is, this will come up here and to keep you completely informed and up to date with what we're doing. Contact information, so that's just our contact information. We've got an 01708 number where you can contact us, where we're located, and our email address. Fairly simple. Calendar, this will be showing where or when lessons will be during the week. So if you're doing in-school tuition, it will come up on a Tuesday, or if you're doing the music academy at the weekend, it'll come up on a Saturday. It will give you a time slot and what day it is, etc. So that's fairly straightforward. These sections here, so repertoire, borrowing library, and online resources, don't worry about it for the moment. We will do a separate video on that. We're not going to be using them yet, but they're going to be very useful. But just for the moment, don't worry about it. Practice log. This will be very important. So we get asked pretty often, for the parents that are not musically inclined, they might be asking, I don't know what my child should be practicing at home, and when I do get feedback, I don't understand what I should be looking for. This is to help you on that. This is going to be like a parent assist, but it's also going to be a tracker on how much practice a student is doing each week, so we can start logging what areas or where they're going wrong. If they're only doing 5 minutes a day, it needs to go up to at least 10 to 15 minutes a day for practice, for example. And it gives us how many days practice they've done a week and the average session per week. But in order to do so, press the add time section. You can either do manual or use the timer. We would recommend just doing the timer so it's fairly accurate. Now once you're ready, press the start button and the timer will start going. And then once a student is done practicing, you can either pause if they want to take a little bit of a break, or just finish, and that will log that practice for that time. Now obviously there's only a certain element of that where it's going to be beneficial, because obviously we can see how much practice they're doing, but you might be asking, okay, that's great, but I'm getting feedback come through of they need to work on scales, they need to work on exercises, but I still don't understand what this is. So this is where it's a useful tool. You have attachments here where you can drag and drop files. So you can upload videos of the student's practice. You have to film this separately. This won't be filmed when you're doing the timer. So our advice would be capture or film when they're actually practicing before they start logging the actual timer on the app. So then we or our teachers can start providing you feedback on where they need to improve. Because for example, if we were to play a C major scale, and they're playing with the wrong fingers, we or the teacher can then say to you, no, it needs to be, for example, fingers 1, 2, 3, and then thumb underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. Whether it's a piece, we can start highlighting what areas need to be worked on. Alongside this, with the practice log, they can upload videos of challenges that they need to complete. So we are going to start releasing stuff on social media for our students to actually get involved and start getting involved in fun challenges, which will be once a month for the moment, but as it builds, we'll try and get it as regular as possible. We have just released a social media challenge for piano, and it's purely for right hand, where we're going to ask you as a parent to get your child or children involved as much as possible in these challenges. These are meant to be fun. These are meant to be a little bit exciting for the kids, not just kids, but also adults, to feel like they're part of this community and this growing community that we have here at Focus, and we want to try and keep everyone connected as much as possible. You can tag us on social media as well, if you have a social media platform, that is. If you don't, then upload your challenges or your videos here, and you can also get feedback, and we'll give you feedback on how well you've done. You can be like, oh, that's great. Just make sure you're working on this finger, that finger, etc. Obviously, we've only just done one for piano. We will be releasing one for guitar at some point. At the moment, we're just going to do it once a month and then start expanding out on that. But I hope that makes sense on the practice side of things. The attendance and notes. So this will obviously track all attendance. If there was a lesson missed, it will show here. If someone was late, it will show here. But this logs everything in terms of lessons, and you can set it from like the last 3 months, last 6 months, last year, etc. All the notes or the progress will be in this section as well. You will be also sent an email of the notes, and you might be thinking, okay, great, I've got an email, but how do I access it on the actual app? When a teacher uploads feedback on the application, it automatically sends to you as a parent with the email address you provided with us when you first signed up. That's what's been logged on here. If it's going to the wrong email, please get in contact, or if you're getting nothing, please get in contact to make sure we have the right details for you. Apart from that, we've got like the news. That's if we have any events or any announcements to keep you informed. And then message history. So this will be any emails we've sent to you or any SMS messages through My Music staff that we've sent. But apart from that, this is a quick little course on how to use the application and how beneficial it can be for you as a parent. If you've got any further questions, then get in contact with myself or get in contact with Liam, and we can answer your questions and guide you through how to set this all up properly. But apart from that, happy practicing, and I'm looking forward to see the challenges as well. See you later.